Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you back to Sun Up on 7. Before we get started with our next guest, let me remind you that you can follow us on our various social media platforms, which include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you miss any of our conversations, you can go on our YouTube channel and you can tune in to what you have missed on the show. So there we go. There's no way how you can say you missed the conversations that are inspiring and motivational. And please share the conversation, share our pages within your network, and let's get the Sun Up on 7 family growing. So I leave you with that. And let's talk with our fantastic guest here talking about a new project that is coming to support women who are victims of human trafficking, sex work, and also women that are just coming out of prison as well. So it's something that's very much needed in the community. Auntie's Place is a thing. We're going to find out more about what Auntie's Place is. But let me introduce our guests that we have today. We have Ms. Virginia Echols.
Yes.
And she is the founding member and advisor of the Mattie Women's Outreach Organization.
Right.
I got
That's
it right. So with us, Ms. Virginia and Ms. Roxanne Marin. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Yes, we'd like to do a little check-in before we start our conversation. How are you feeling today, Ms. Virginia?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah?
Yes,
Are you
yes.
feeling the Monday vibe?
Okay.
Yeah, how are you, Ms. Roxanne? How is your Monday vibe?
Wonderful so far.
Wonderful so far. We love
I can
to
see you
hear
smiling
that.
through your eyes. I love it.
Love it.
So, before we got into the actual live here, we were talking about the first time this is actually being able to take place in Belize, something very necessary, as Kevin was mentioning too as well. I want to start off with the brainchild because I know you're founding members, but to think that you want to create a project of this magnitude, of being able to create a home, it's not just like doing a normal program. This is so much different. This is on a different level, creating a home where women can be able to go to, that they can be nurtured, they can have support. Can you tell us where the brainchild, how was the thought process to saying this is what we need to do and we're going to work towards this? I guess I could put this for Miss Virginia, if you want.
All right. We initially started going into the women's division of the prison, just interacting with them, a sisterhood relationship. This is what we were doing. And in doing so, we found that there was a rotation. You would come out, and the next thing you know, a month or so later, you were back in. Mm-hmm. And then we found out that what was the reason? Well, support systems broke down. They didn't have anybody. They were just released and, no place to go, so they ended back where they were. So we said at the time that we need to do a transition house. That's what we were calling. We didn't want it to be halfway house. They had halfway house, has a stigma to it. And they had a halfway house for men, but they didn't have one for women.
Right, that's true.
So what we decided is that we need to do a home, a place where they could go in transitioning from being an inmate to a productive citizen. People in Belize tend to give you a second chance.
Not always.
Well, no, let me finish. If they understand that you have gone through counseling, which we offer, if you've got job training,
Okay.
Those kind of things. Mm-hmm. We're trying to make them self-sufficient. So they don't necessarily have to go and work in a person's business. They might be able to do their own. Mm-hmm. So we're offering different things. So the long and short of it was, we started it because we saw that there was a trend that the women were coming in and going back out. So,
right. It's time to break that cycle, right?
Yes,
and
exactly.
make them productive persons that they are. I'm curious, Ms. Roxanne, who is Mattie? What's his name?
Mattie Roeder.
Mattie Roeder.
Mattie Roeder was a Peace Corps in Belize in the early in 1990s, actually. And so she was doing a lot of work in the country. And when she left and she went back, we had just started going into the prison to worship and mentor with the women. And when she left her vehicle with us. And so that was what gave us the access to go to the prison every Sunday. It's one Sunday out of the month. And so Mattie Roeder was a Peace Corps that was in Belize, that was stationed in Belize for several years. And even after she went back, she still communicates and she still supports the organization. And because she was the initial person that we started out the work with, that's why we named the organization after her.
Thank you.
Peace Corps director.
Aha, Peace Corps
She
director.
was the
Peace Corps director.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
love
awesome.
it.
So you go to the prison once a month on a Sunday, right? How long has this movement been going?
Well, we started going, I think it was in 2004. We started going in 2004.
Okay.
Wow.
And,
Did not expect that.
We were welcomed by the administration because it didn't have anything in place for women. So they opened arms to have something for the women other than, like they used to have church services, but they didn't have the kind of interaction that, that we had with them. We weren't pushing any particular religion. We weren't pushing, you know, you have to do this and you know, this is something that if you're going to be at peace with yourself, then there's certain things that you need to do that.
Right. So I want to, Ms. Roxanne, so Auntie's Place, let's talk about Auntie's Place. So what we know is that Auntie's Place is going to be the home, right? So, and it's still in the process. So tell us, where are you now? And of course, you're here on Sun Up on 7. So this is the platform that allow you to reach out to people to see how can we make this happen. So talk to us about Auntie's Place.
So Auntie's Place is a house that was in very much disrepair.
Okay.
And so since 2018, we've been having different missions come in, we've been having different support, and the house is pretty much almost done at this point.
Woo!
Yes, it's been a...
What do we need? What's left?
What's left? Well, we need stuff for the kitchen. We need the refrigerator. We need the stove. We need beds. We need to equip the inside of the home at this point. All the finishing touches inside and out has basically been completed, and so that's where we are right now. Mattie so far has been surviving on donations and international support. And so right now we're taking this opportunity today because we want to reach out to corporate Belize. And so we'll be sending out letters, we'll be contacting different organizations and different corporate companies for us to see what kind of local support we can garner to complete Mattie and Auntie's Place at this point.
I love it.
Beautiful.
I know, Ms. Virginia, you mentioned that they can be able to come to this home. You offer counseling, you offer some skill training and all these things. Can you these are what's going to be offered at Auntie's house as well, or is this apart from? So when they come there, so walk me through what would happen. I come out and I go to Auntie's Place. What would be my experience then?
Okay. You want me to? Okay.
I love Ms. Virginia's like, do you want me to do? Okay.
Oh, Ms. Virginia, you have this.
You got this.
I got it. All right. Well, I'm going to walk you through. An inmate is discharged from prison. Before that, we have gone in and we have done a questionnaire to see what it is they want. We don't want to just throw things at them and then they're not interested. And well, what do you want? What do you need? And we did find out that what they needed or what they wanted was education. They wanted counseling, and they wanted to be able to be with their children and to take care of their children. So those three things we are going to focus on in Auntie's Place. So you come in, we have a, lack of a better word, a house mother that was with us, was in prison. She was an inmate.
Okay.
And she has been out for several years.
Okay.
And she has agreed, and she's become very spiritual, and she believes that God has her for a certain time. This is her season for doing what she has learned after she's gotten out of prison. So she's gone through her rehabilitation process, and so now she's anxious to come and be the house mother. So as Roxanne said, we're right at the finishing point, the final touches, curtains, beds, sheets, you see, and not only corporate Belize, but each individual person might have something that you're just going to give away or throw away.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it's not in, like she said, disrepair, then we can handle it. We can fix it.
Okay.
The picture that they keep showing on the slide is one, that one there. When we started chipping off the outside, the plaster of the house, we found out that termites had eaten through the bricks.
Wow.
And there were nests
Wow, that's a new version of termites.
They some hungry termites.
to go through cement. You know.
Yes.
So anyway, so this is what it was like. Unfortunately, we don't have the photos at this time of the house that's painted and the yard is cut and
Ooh, it's all nice and
it's all nice and
pristine.
pretty.
Yes.
So we're going to the termite infestation. We had to get rid of.
Okay.
Before we could do the painting on the inside and all that, but we have the bathroom is set up and ready to go. The kitchen is in the process. Dividers for bedrooms and counseling rooms, and that's being done too now.
Okay.
Like you were saying, this is a platform that we're taking advantage of because people don't know as a whole that we're doing it.
Right. So I have two questions.
Okay.
One is, so we're talking about like material stuff that people can donate, but I've had experience working with inmates, with female inmates, but also persons that are victims of human trafficking and sex workers, where we would go about and do sexual and reproductive health education, for instance, so how to take care of yourself, hygiene, and that kind of thing. So if there's any organization out there that has these skills that they can come and this knowledge and information that they would like to partner with Auntie's Place, is that something that can get done as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Because we partner right now with an organization called Bridging Belize Network,
Okay.
and also a place in Nashville, Tennessee that has a home like this already that they started, and they came in and they have partnered with us now.
That's
and they're
beautiful.
giving us direction on what we should do, how we could do it. But we just take what they give us and modify it to Belize.
Okay,
Most
so
definitely.
how can people get in touch now with your organization and bring the support?
All right.
So where can they find you? Are you on
Is there a
social
number?
media? Is there a phone number?
Can we go visit
Can
Auntie's place?
you share that with us?
Bring some groceries.
Our email address is mrwo2021@gmail.com, and contact phone number, Virginia.
Is 629-3651.
And I also see another number here, which is 636-3235. Is that it as well?
Well, no, I had
Not anymore.
I had
Not
two-
anymore.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
two chips
That's
on
an
my
old one.
phone, and now
Look at you want to add in a number.
Fine. So can you repeat that number?
Your number.
629-3651.
Great.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we have email address, we have number. People, it's the best time to just reach out, try to see if you can be able to, if you can volunteer, if you can give any materials. So if you have things in your house that you're not using at all, we're creating a home right now. So you go into your stuff and see, what would create a home for these women? What would allow them to be supported, to feel loved, to feel comfortable? And think about it. This is your way to give back to your community, to give back to women that have lost a lot in life and just want to start over and be refreshed and healed. And so this is your contribution to society. So dig in your heart, dig in your pockets,
Beautiful.
and be able to give back and, make an impact in lives around you. And so I thank you so much, Miss Virginia. Thank you so much, Miss Roxanne, for being here, for doing this that we so need. Because like you mentioned, there is for men and there's not for women. How about that? And so in light of Women's Month, what perfect way to bring this to light,
That's
to
right.
highlight, to allow
That's
people,
exactly right.
other women,
Biases.
supporting other women, and also men too, because you're always included in the conversation.
Yeah.
If you know you could fix at least something in the house, call up these ladies and be like, hey, I need this, I got you, I could be your own personally,
Right.
whatever. And so
That's a good
Make
one.
building it
happen.
together.
That's a good one. Thanks.
Yes, I like that.
It's all about community bringing
Yeah.
us together. I mean, what makes a home? People make a home. And so it's for our community out there to see the need, to see what are they good at and what can they offer. It doesn't have to be finances. It can be items. It can be time.
Correct.
That is a great investment as well. So don't ever count yourself out in the equation.
absolutely.
Thank you.
But again,
Absolutely.
thank you so much,
You see,
ladies,
I had
for
all
being
this
here.
here, and I was going to say said a mouthful. In a nutshell, that's what it's all about.
I love
Love for women.
Yes.
Okay, nurturing. You mentioned that early. Nurturing women,
Great.
to come back.
So thank you, ladies, for being here on our couch, and we look
Thank you for
forward
the
to
Thank
great
you for
work
having us.
from
Thank you.
20
2004.
2004. It's
yes.
24/4, the same kind of thing, right?
24/4.
Indirectly. I just said it differently.
2004, same
From
thing.
2004, that is a long time, but
Yeah.
again, commendable work. Thank you so much for seeing the need and calling and going to the call as well.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it. And
Thank you for having
blessings
us.
upon blessings. People, search in your pocket, search in your heart, and let's create this home. Let's create Auntie's home together.
That's right.
And so with that, we go to our next commercial break. When we are back, we have Grandmaster and Leroy Belize, our local amazing poets that are going to give us quite a show on this Monday morning. So stay tuned for that exciting demonstration and conversation. We'll be right back.